What's up, traders? It's Friday the 26th of September. This is how we closed Thursday, right? We had this bearish candle. Price made this high during FOMC SMT with GU at that high, pushed down, pulled back, tried to closed above the bearish fair value gap, failed to hold, bearish candle the day after. And then on Thursday, I was bearish, expecting price to push lower, came into this low. And today, to be honest, I wasn't exactly sure what market was going to do, because we just took out a quite a significant sell side liquidity on a daily time frame. So we came down, displacing lower, right, on Wednesday, pulled back just slightly on Thursday. And then this is how, let's just go to Thursday evening. This is how price was playing out on Thursday. At the close of Thursday. So we take out this low with this bullish pin bar, another pin bar, our bullish engulfing candle that took out that low again, and then closed with this bearish bullish candle. We had these two bearish fair value gaps that led price down to that sell side liquidity. So if you're on a bearish order flow, you're looking at this, or I would have been looking at this bearish fair value gap, looking to go short around there, which honestly not the best thing to do. So let's see what happened. So this was Friday, like 1 a.m. candle. So on the 1 hour time frame, we had this bearish engulfing candle as price came into that fair value gaps 50%. You're looking, I'm thinking, okay, let's go short. But I was expecting price to come up and take out this high, which it finally did with this bullish engulfing candle here. And then that was followed with a bearish engulfing candle. And after seeing that, maybe traders were going to think, okay, we can go short now. And then we print this bullish engulfing candle. Yeah, this is where I was looking to trade on a pullback. I didn't trade. I was just placing my entries around that level just to see what it will do, not without taking the trades. And then that would have been stopped out. However, this bullish engulfing candle is something I would have liked to trade, because I know usually after that we see a bearish pull. Just not sure how low that pull was going to be down to, and then we get the push lower. However, we immediately pull back. That was the other trade I wanted to take at that 50% off that pullback. And then this is how that plays out. All right, would have been stopped out because price does not hold back. I think the one sign that I saw on the 4 hour time frame was this candle, this 5 a.m. candle, which is the 10 a.m. UK time close candle that tried to push lower, essentially formed a double bottom here, took liquidity and closed with this bullish engulfing candle. And after seeing that, and also after price failing to continue lower with this market, after this market structure shift right there, and then pushed up with that bullish engulfing candle on the 240 time frame. To me, that was a good sign that, okay, we might actually now continue to push higher. I'm just not sure how it's going to do that, because I don't really trade that kind of pattern. But looking at it, we got this market structure shift right there, I believe, or even there. Price almost pulled back into that true open, and then we just do not hold back. And this is 3 p.m. UK time on a Friday. It's just not an area I really want to be trading. So yeah, this is how we've closed. We essentially found support immediately after coming into this sell side liquidity, pushing up maybe into this bearish fair value gap on the 240 time frame. Maybe to be honest, because we just rejected this bullish sell side liquidity, I'm not really, unless price comes back down to this low, I'm not really looking to trade in this range, in the middle of this and this range. I'd rather price come up to this high or come back down to this low for me to look for any kind of a long or a short. I don't want to trade this fair value gap, because the order flow isn't exactly clear right now. And on the daily time frame, we got this first fair value gap, which, because we rejected this low, I do believe now will push up to this second one, which also happens to be above that 240 swing high, and also happens to be above the 50% and into that 618% range, 618 pullback. So definitely looking for price to come up to this fair value gap, this fair value gap above this swing high, and look to short around there. Not try to take it back down to this low, but I think that is a good area for price to find resistance. Same story with GU. After FOMC high, pushed down, pulled up, pushed lower, came and took out a sell side liquidity, found support on Friday. I was expecting price to come down to this fair value gap and on today and look to go short, but it didn't, which is fine. And ideally, you know, this one can come up, back up to this swing high, or on the 240, similar to euro dollar, come up to this swing high below a fair value gap on the daily time frame, which happens to be at this level right there, right? So that's a good area for a short. Similar to euro dollar, pound dollar bullish engulfing candle was had a bit more conviction behind it, right? You know, we came to that sell side liquidity, it took liquidity twice, and then pushed up, tried to hold this bearish fair value gap, pushed lower, took liquidity off this low, and then closed very strongly. That's a very good sign that we're not going to continue lower, bro. Again, on here, you had a double bottom. This happened all in the during Asian session. We had a market structure shift right there, closed above, and this bullish engulfing candle was another sign I wanted to go short. Similar to euro dollar, was for me a sign to go short, and I wanted to go short down to this low. But like I said, order flow for me is, although bearish, it's still higher time frame. If you look at the monthly time frame, it has been bullish, and I don't really want to be taking a short after prices just taking out a sell side liquidity. It's not really something I want to do. Should be looking to go long, if anything, right? Especially after price came into this low, grab liquidity right there. I think that was a very good trade, and that happened during New York session. Like the way we came down, it wasn't just a boom straight leg down. It was accumulation, manipulation, accumulation, manipulation. Then finally we took out this inside bar low, and then I think that would have been a good trade. Just I wouldn't have been sure where to take my targets or stops, but that's fine. And then price continues higher. There's no area for me to look for an entry around there, so I'm okay with that. We've got this bearish fair value gap on the 240 where price could find some resistance. Where is it going to pull back into though? That's another good question. We are leaving this fair value gap here. It could pull deeper, right? It could pull into 50% off the range, or it could continue down, back down to this low. Ideally, I would want it to come back down to this low or come up to this range and this swing high for me to look for any kind of an entry next week. So let's go.